This is a big city, and we've barely explored the first area just beyond where our ship is docked. Anyhow, I never had too much to do with the Valians before in my time. I briefly worked in the Valian republics, but never got to see much of them, or learn of their culture. They have an interesting way of talking, and I would like to see more of how their people live. I'm also interested in these Juana people. They are new to the workings of our world we have on the mainland continents back home, so it is somewhat easy to take advantage of them, should one choose to try. There are also very hostile Juana out here, or so I've been told. One tribe in particular, the Oaxaci, are known to be extremely xenophobic and dangerous. Also, tales of Naga, who are reptiles and don't care to have any use for diplomacy, will attack Kith on sight. Between these two groups, and the pirates, the Principi San Petrena, and other creatures to be found out here, this is quite the hostile area. So we will have to be ready before we face dangers such as this. I can only hope. So I followed this woman over here. She said someone's coming, in kind of a whispered type voice. We are looking for Larro Badatto. Against a backdrop of jeering youths, a young woman raises her arms with an air of practiced drama. Before her, two men stand across from each other, mirroring scows.
You both attest that you have made all possible efforts to come to a peaceful...
The woman trails off as I approach, and I find myself the sudden target of the crowd's attention.
Who is this Nasenale? How many cousins do you have or so?
Nasenale, doesn't sound good. Nosy person in Valian. Orso glares at Larro and bites back whatever insult he had at the ready.
We have business. What do you want?
I'm here to fetch Larro. Nero is looking for him. A few chuckles arise from the bystanders, and Larro's face flushes with embarrassment. Yeah, I thought that might be a little embarrassing for him.
The family keeps you on a tight leash, Larro. Will getting impaled on a Valera blade prove something to them?
What's your words, Oaf? You want the Juana to know we're dueling?
My bad so to the tribals. We should be free to settle matters on Valiant terms.
Orso glances in my direction with annoyance.
Small wonder the old empire collapsed in civil strife if this is the Valian way.
He sneers.
And how do your colonies fare, Adira?
Orso narrows his eyes at Eloth. I suppose you have a good reason for this duel?
This street thug called my family a warren of corrupt inbreds. But is there a dung heap in all the world that does not have a little Valera cousin scratching through it?
You're not really making the case for your family. Sorry, Bardatto. He's the Valera. So there's two households. They're right next to each other. It's Bardatto versus the Valera. Larro opens his arms wide and smiles to the milling crowd.
That wolf he calls mother would have us live out our days polishing Bardatto silver.
Orso spits at the ground between them. Is this slight worth one of your lives?
Ak, this is but one chapter in a long anthology of Bardatto arrogance.
Arrogance? Per complaincanet, you should thank me for my patience.
Valian term meaning literally for mercy, or for little mercy, which is taken as, come on now. Okay, well, does this have to be settled by death? Surely there are better alternatives.
Nothing less than the total disgrace of the Valeras would satisfy me.
People on the street are talking about how corrupt the Bardattos are, so I don't know.
Then you will die unfulfilled.
Orso shakes his head and huffs. Okay, anyone can kill. Fighting to first blood would be enough to prove who's the better man. The pair of duelists eye each other warily.
I was the one who suggested fisticuffs, but you were eager to cut me open.
Yeah, that's taking it much further.
To first blood, then. Shall we resume?
Sounds good to me. The duelists square off and tentatively circle each other. Stocky Orso moves with heavy strides, while Larro takes precise, measured steps. Onlookers gather and press at the edges of the poorly defined arena. Their jeering lowers to expectant mutters. The duelists second bring forth their weapons. I'm going to take the opportunity to study each of the opponents. Okay, it will be me. I'm the only one who can do it. I note the sweat on Larro's upper lip and the furrow of concentration cleaving Urso's brow. Find a better vantage point to observe the fight. Me as well. I shoulder my way into the thick of the crowd, but the press of bodies halts my progress. Okay. Watch quietly for now. Once the swords are delivered to their respective bearers, the seconds back away in melancholy silence. The duelists cross their swords and bow in salute. The tranquil moment ends with a burst of emotion. Despite their differences in size, the duelists seem evenly matched. Urso doesn't settle on an established form, but he keeps pace with Larro's aggressive strikes. I don't really have a side in this. I just don't want Larro to get killed. Because obviously his sister gave me this job. I'll watch a little longer, but if it's just a first blood, it should be okay. However, they could get... If one of them does get struck, that person may not give up and want to take it to the end. So I'll watch a little longer now. Urso and Larro trade fierce jabs, giving up any pretense of playing to the crowd. A hard downward thrust sends Larro's blade clattering to the ground. Urso hovers over Larro, a grin slowly taking form. He raises his blade and points it at his opponent's heart. Okay, no. This was supposed to be a fight to first blood, but mercy is the farthest thing from the minds of the combatants. So I shout at the top of my lungs, stop. Ah! So he struck at him. Urso's killing stab goes wildly askew, missing his opponent's heart and instead cleaving a nice slice across Larro's cheek. He may have a scar, but he's not going to die. Arg! Larro falls to his knees, clutching at his face.
Not so pretty anymore, Postenago.
Urso wears an accomplished grin. Larro, go find your sister so she knows you're alive.
This does not end here, Valera dog.
Larro wipes away a line of blood and casts it to the ground.
Just make sure the other Bardattos learn from your example.
Urso nods and signals for his attendant to depart. Well, that was easier than I thought. I thought we'd have to go looking through all the different districts of Neketaka. But let's go to the Bardatto estate. To find Larro, I mean to say. I was worried there for a moment that he would have been stabbed through the heart. Welcome to the Bardatto estate. You can find Izali in her study. Oh, there's Larro. Probably be none too happy.
My face still hurts, but not as badly as a sword through the gut.
Well, you have that. Oh, was this not her? Nero Bardatto?
Larro has returned to the estate intact. Perfetto.
Nera loosens her grip on her ledger.
Too much Bardatto blood has been spilled in the name of Vengiata.
You mean vengeance? Why don't you just say vengeance? I get the feeling that there's still some unfinished business.
Ak, nothing has been solved, only delayed.
I figured so. Because I don't think Larro's going to give up. He's going to go after Urso again.
Here, for your discretion.
She passes me a pouch of coins and adds a short mark to her ledger before snapping it shut.
You have not met Mother, have you?
Nera thumbs her chin, leaving a spot of ink behind.
I'm certain she'll have work for someone invested in the family.
That sounds good. It's worth coming here then. Okay. I was told she's in her study. These dour portraits seem to observe my movements up and down the corridor. Interesting.
Will do.
Oh, this is someone's bedroom.
That order's too tall.
Another person's bedroom. Let's try this.
Ah, yes. The newcomer. I thought you might visit.
She's in armor.
Lady Izali Bardatto. Custom dictates, I say, at your service. But I have not the time for such lies.
She regards me with a cool expression, but stands with the fighter's poise.
You saw my son dueling with the Valera boy. At least he survives to learn from his mistakes. Those who aid my blood profit by it.
Izali produces a purse from her desk drawer and tosses it in my direction. Oh, wow. Between her and her daughter, it's quite a bit of coin we have now. Compared to how it was when we first started out, at least, anyways.
When Valera and Bardatto cross each other, only blood and sorrow remain.
Izali sighs, her gaze turning away. Do you ever see your families making peace?
Perhaps in time, if great Wodica judges us worthy of supporting the company. Word has spread fast about the little spectacle at the docks. You've certainly caught everyone's attention. Perhaps the Watcher of Cadnua and House Bardatto can help one another.
Okay, what is it you want?
Queen's Berth whispers of a Valera plot against my family. Something grander than pointless duels.
Old feud between two families, wealthy families. It's a pretty old story, actually.
You are a newcomer to the Deadfire, uniquely positioned to loosen Valera tongues.
She taps her chin and regards me thoughtfully.
Zilly Valera strums a lute by the watchtowers. A meek-tempered boy. Fonder of song and drink than the family business. He might spill something of his family's affairs.
Okay, so... What if there's no plot against the Bardattos?
Then I will sleep better at night.
Izali shrugs, her brow furrowed.
My hopes do not hinge on being proven right at every turn.
You want me to rough him up?
Per complanker. Show more discretion than that. For now.
She ventures a smile. Wouldn't the governor take an interest in this treachery?
The governor is interested in how much luminous adra we can export. Nothing else matters. To that end, I look forward to the day when we won't need Valera thugs backing our interests.
Okay, well, I'll go and see what I can get out of Zilly Valera.
Try not to alert the Valeras of our knowledge. That is the point of involving an outside agent.
Makes perfect sense. Nodding, Izali turns her attention to her desk. Your family seems very well established here.
Ugh. My bank shoulders the costs of the Valian Trading Company's operations in the Deadfire.
Yeah, so I've heard.
It is said that no Valian may wipe themselves unless a Bardatto signature approves it first.
It's a bit of a funny saying.
If that's true, we gotta stop shaking hands with them.
I'm certain you've touched worse, farmhand.
Izali's mouth twitches, just shy of a smirk. Why are the Bardattos and Valera feuding?
Because we do not belong in the same business. The Valeras are opportunists reaping the rewards of happenstance. They're little better than the pirates they're charged with slaying.
Better is self-deception, mayhaps.
The pirate scoffs. I notice something unusual. My attention is drawn to Izali's desk. Among the assorted ledgers and documents sits a brass seal, still dripping with heated wax. The drippings have dried into an almond-shaped pattern, which resembles the shape of an eye fringed with bird feathers. A ticking membrane flicks across the surface in a barely perceptible wink.
Are you still with me?
As Ellie breaks my focus by waving her hand in front of my face, she glances between me and her tidy desk, frowning. I point at your desk, the eye. She glances back at her desk again, this time with impatience.
I'd venture that you're working too hard.
Alright then. Farewell. There's a downstairs, not an upstairs. This instrument appears to enjoy frequent use. It's impeccably tuned. These decorative plates are all stamped with the Bardatto seal. Let's go see what's downstairs. Oh, the Bardatto vault is down this way. So a sign. Not planning. The guard captain takes his time moving to the barred door, his armor creaking with every step. He appraises me with a lazy sweep of the eyes, while his fingers curl casually about the hilt of his blade.
You have an appointment to see the vault, sir?
I was just exploring.
De veras? Just exploring the vault that holds the Bardatto fortune? Per Complanca, go upstairs before I have to sully my lady's tiles.
The captain makes a hurting motion with his arms as he shepherds me towards the stairs. It's out of curiosity. Oh yeah, so let's go find Valera. I take it he's down by where we were looking earlier, where we fought the, those imps. Alcohol on us. Stuff that we picked exploring and fighting. Okay, so where would that be? Rum. We got plenty of rum. Plenty of rum. Let's go and let's go see what we can get out of it. I take it was down here, so he watches. That's not what we're looking for. Family pride, maybe? The district of the city of Neketaka is home to several Valian families. Two of the most prominent houses, Bardatto and Valera, appear to be in the midst of an escalating feud. Considering the importance of these families, I'm sure the Valian Trading Company is invested in bringing the dispute to a close. Investigate the ongoing feud between it may be worth looking. I'm on the lookout for Zilli Valera. I thought she said something about him being down here. That's, can't go that way. We can go this way, though.
Aethys, light of spring, sun of the world, thou givest me life and purpose.
Oh yes, and so it seems we have gained in skill. I think that mechanics is an area I've been focusing on to improve finding traps and disarming them. And insight. Conversations can be difficult to navigate. People may be evasive, lying, frightened, or preoccupied with other matters. Insight is used to empathize with someone and understand their underlying emotions and motivations, something that I've found to be very helpful. Now let's look at what I can do here. I think I've chosen combat focus. So whenever I go into combat, I gain some concentration at the start, which will help me use my cipher abilities. Seems fine to me. Okay, let's go search for this person that likes to party, I guess. Sing and drink. Who doesn't like a little drinking? No, I mean, it would have to be a Valian, right? the watchtowers, I was told. No one here. Well, maybe there's another place in the city. Pariki's Overlook, Serpent's Crown, the Gullet, Sacred Stair. I don't know. Okay, so I think that we should go into the Valian Trading Company while it's headquarters while it's still daylight. Because somebody has said, or the thought occurred to me that maybe they'll appreciate me ending the feud between the Valero and the Bardatto. Valera and Bardatto. Now that I've done that job where I found Larro and brought him back alive. She said she was going to put a good word for me. The young Huana wears a disconcerted frown. He meets my approach with the flicker of a welcoming smile, but it dies down quickly.
Please, I must ask a favor.
He shies back from making eye contact, keeping his head lowered. Okay, go ahead.
What say? Do you have business with the Valian Trading Company?
Not yet at least. Why?
My people of the Duape. We signed a contract with the company.
He looks towards the headquarters with a despondent frown.
We were not understanding the terms at the time. I wish to, let's say, renegotiate. But the clerks turned me away.
Tell me more about this contract.
My father, the Ranga, took payment from the company. In exchange, they dig for Audra.
He speaks with more confidence, as if these words were rehearsed several times over.
He did not understand the Valian way. When he dies, the Outlanders will claim our island for themselves. Father has fallen ill, and the clerk, Luca, stands by the agreement as surely as if it was stamped in his skin.
As I said, insight. I'm guessing the company didn't take someone challenging their unfair deal. Didn't like someone challenging their unfair deal.
Akira. When the Valian clerk learned I was from the Duape, he became very anxious. I made my appeals to Luca, but my words were as stones dropped down the deepest well. While I am barred from the company office, I can do nothing for my people.
He worries one of his many tassels, adorning his garb. Okay, why did they kick you out of their office?
I showed Luca a new contract, yes? Fairer, more agreeable terms. Luca called me a criminal and summoned his guards.
He lets his arms hang down by his sides. What do you mean by a new contract?
A man in the gullet offered to assist me. He carried papers, ink, and wax. He helped to write a new contract in the Valian way and to fix the correct seals. Luca, I say he did not like this. He took my contract and forced me into the streets.
He gestures to the spot on which he stands. I'm pretty sure you were given a forgery.
I do not know this word. I would fix, but Luca will not give me the chance. Okay. Negotiating with outsiders has not gone my way.
He scratches the back of his head, frowning. Mind if I take a look at the new contract?
Luca has it secured in a chest. Tangaloa's draws such trouble for parchment, I say.
Okay, well, how about I meet with this Luca? Maybe we can arrive at more agreeable terms.
Akira, my thanks. I will remain here by day until justice is done.
The worst of his concerns are quickly overshadowed by a broad smile. If he was given a forgery, I mean, obviously the guy's going to suspect that he's trying to put one over on him, and he's not just ignorant of all of it. I don't know who to speak to. Is it the guard? The guard fixes me with an empty expression. You find the governor past these doors. For other business, please see Luca in his office at the front. Okay. Will this be it?
It's still going on, is it? When will those arrogant louts decide that enough is enough?
Governor Alvari is severe but fair. Well, we were told to come here by the governor of Port Maje. Are you Luca? The clerk busies himself about the room, favoring me with a brief glance. He rubs under his eyes and exhales through his nose.
If you're here on company business, then I will fit you into my schedule.
He gestures for me to go on. Examine the clerk. Luca's shirt is spotted with a number of faded purple stains that I recognize as droplets of wine. Someone has tried, unsuccessfully, to wash them out. Noting my interest, Luca tugs his jacket closed.
The servers at the tavern are clumsy. Most clumsy, indeed.
He clears his throat and fans at his neck. I spoke with Tahwanu outside. You have a claim on his tribe's land?
Ak, a lawful claim, I might add. No matter what the native says to the contrary. He showed up with a forged contract, as if I wouldn't know the difference between our paperwork and theirs.
He gestures dismissively out the door.
Tawenu is lucky I only seized the forgery. The Galad is too good for his kind.
There must be some agreeable way to sort out Tawenu's problem.
Your villager friend would do well not to stand between the company and our prize. The company is allowed to solve problems as we see fit. And right now, Tawenu is a problem. Besides, lying is second nature to the Ranga heir and his ignorant cliente.
Cliente? Means people. What is the purpose behind such a contract?
Simple enough. We take on the burden of caring for the tribe in exchange for luminous other rights.
Okay.
Tawenu is myopic if he thinks his tribe can thrive under a Ranga in this climate.
Tahwanu mentioned you were anxious about talking to him. Why?
The crown has been known to grimace at our client tribal privileges.
He steeples his fingers together and chooses his words with care.
We do not allow local trouble to stymie us so that Rawatai can steal an advantage.
Well, my insight tells me he's ashamed. You're ashamed of this practice and you don't want to admit it.
Postenago, the company has every reason to congratulate itself. Now move along. I have larger matters to resolve than the fate of one insignificant island.
It's not insignificant to him or his people.
This room stifles already. Must you crowd it further?
What is this place?
Stumble in from the street, I see.
Lucas sneers and surveys me with a patronizing look.
This is the heart of the Valian Trading Company. You would know that if you had a reason to be here. From her office, Governor Alvari carries out the will of the Songretta Mea Compresa. We clerks are the fingers of their long reach.
He clutches his hand over his heart and bows sharply. Okay, what about your little problem with Tahwanu?
This again? Precomplancant.
We're talking about the Duapi homeland. This isn't right.
This is the homeland they signed away for money, Ak. I can almost guarantee the company will put it to more dignified use.
Keep negotiating like this, and you'll drive the Juana into the arms of the Royal Deadfire Company.
Bah, shuddery. It would be weakness to concede when we're so decidedly in the right. Now move along. I have larger matters to resolve than the fate of one insignificant...
So you've said. I don't see it that way, though.
Already. This again? Precomplancant.
How much would it cost you to lose the original contract?
Did those words really just escape your lips in broad daylight?
His eyebrows arch with astonishment.
It would cause me more trouble than a few paltry coins across my desk are worth.
I don't have time to solve this politely.
Ak, I'm sure that you always find creative solutions when things don't go your way.
Luca purses his lips and studies me.
I cannot betray the company's interests. There are standards of business to uphold.
His voice lowers to a panicked hiss. His gaze darts to the office guards, but something stops him from calling out. But in this case, the company is a degenerate cheat. Say it with me.
I will not. And I'll thank you to keep your voice down. Here, may this still your tongue.
I don't just want the copper.
I would be remiss to uphold one contract to the detriment of our operation. Go on, then. Some of us have more important duties.
Okay, I convinced them to nullify the contract. That's something at least. They shouldn't take advantage of people that don't really know what they're getting into. It's very easy. If they can't fulfill, if it's their homeland, their home island, that's everything to these people. You can't just do that. Tohuenu.
Akira, you return. What say, friend?
He touches his brow in greeting.
A strange smell follows you, I say. I hope you're not unwell.
Strange smell. Luca listened to reason. The Duape will keep their island.
Akira, I cannot believe. A light after our long sorrow.
His smile broadens, and Tohuenu slaps my shoulder with encouragement.
My village is modest, but I came prepared. I set aside a few gems for trading. They are yours by right.
I don't know, I think goodwill might be better here. No charge.
You are a friend of the Duape. We do not forget.
Tohuenu smiles, rolling his shoulder with the ease of one who stands suddenly taller. Yes, he'll go and speak to them well about me.
I must say, our adventures together have been a welcome change of pace.
Alath approaches me, looking more at ease than I've seen him in a while. Maybe we should go indoors. It's really raining out here. Thanks a lot. I appreciate your company too.
When we first met in the Deerwood, you were struggling for your sanity. Now you're fighting for your soul.
He pauses. I suppose so, yeah, that's one way to look at it.
I can't imagine the weight of that burden. And yet you've borne it, and more remarkably.
Things have gotten dire, but I won't let that get me down.
That's precisely what I mean.
His expression brightens with sudden emotion.
The gods have sent you after Aethys, and every power of note in Deadfire has their own plans for you.
He tilts his head.
That puts you in a position of incredible influence.
I suppose so. The gods... I mean, just being a watcher and working for the gods would do that, yeah. Now, it's catching on. Everyone's starting to hear about me.
I've known you to be a person of rare kindness.
He gives me a warm smile.
Still, I'm pleased to see that you don't take your responsibilities lightly.
Well, circumstances put me in a position to help others.
If only more people thought as you do.
He sighs.
I hope you'll remember this in the days to come.
He gives me a thoughtful nod. Okay, so let's go back in and speak to the governor.